How to defeat a covert narcissist. In this video, this is going to be strictly based off of my own experiences. And I went into this relationship with somebody already having knowledge about what a covert narcissist was. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on what that is. But I will kind of break down some stuff that helps you understand what their motive is. So I got 3 separate steps that I want to elaborate on that I took. And it was like self-consciously because of like my upbringing and already knowing how to avoid being taken advantage of. So basically, to be clear, when I say a covert narcissist, I mean someone who has low levels of empathy or none at all. They're entitled. They're pathological liars. I'll explain that to you in a second. They're insecure, dysregulated emotionally, and they have a inflated ego, or they can come off as grandiose. What you need to understand about a covert narcissist is that they have a hidden agenda. That hence the word covert. They know exactly what they're doing, and they know it's wrong. That's why they have to hide it. And they must lie to deceive you. Lies is their way to get, what they want out of you. They either tell you direct lies, or they lie by omission, or they flat out withhold information. So these are their superpowers. That's their super strength is they have put a lot of practice into being a professional liar. That's who you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody who is a professional liar, a con man, and they have to do this. As you can imagine, it'll work on anybody that doesn't know who they are. So don't feel bad. If you got manipulated, you got used by a covert narcissist, don't feel bad. You didn't know who they were. You can't see that coming. That's not something that you can predict. That's something that you have to go through it to better understand. They master the art of gaslighting and deflecting. Because the reason why they master the art of gaslighting and deflecting is because they lie for a living. So they have to have a rebuttal already set in place, so where if you ask them a question, they either are capable of coming up with another lie on the fly, or they have to gaslight you and say something like, I didn't say that, if you're catching them up and you're on their trail. Or they have to deflect and say, you said that, and try to make it seem like you're insecure and trying to get you off their trail. The main objective of a covert narcissist is that they want any and everything that you are willing to part with. It can be sex, time, money, trips, material items, shopping sprees. They are pretty much an opportunist. That's what a covert narcissist is. They are an opportunist. Whatever they can get out of you, they will take it, and they will not feel bad at it about it at all, because they feel like you were a willing participant. You gave it up. Hey, and they just might be behind your back bragging about how much they got from you because they feel skilled in their ability to pretend. Okay? If they ever feel like you are catching on and they can't get what they need out of you, depending on how desperate they are for it, they'll just go ahead and discard you right then. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't have other sources that they can get what they want from, they'll just go ahead and, if they have other sources, they'll just go ahead and discard you. But if they don't have other sources, then they'll just, it'll feel like they're waking up every single day and going to sleep every single day trying to figure out, how do I get this out of this person? And so they put a lot more work into trying to manipulate you. Now, when I say how to defeat a covert narcissist, I'm talking about how to protect your peace and your self-esteem, number 1. Number 2 is how to respond to narcissistic rage. And number 3 is how to properly go no contact. Those are the 3 steps that I personally take. So this video is not, I'm not a psychiatrist or a therapist or anything like that. This is my own personal experience, and this is what I have done. And I am a single man, and I'm free from a covert narcissist because I took these 3 steps in real life. Now, how to protect your peace. First of all, you have to already have peace. If you don't have peace and you get into that relationship, then you might hang on to the little things that they do for you that you think bring you peace. But if you already have peace established prior to getting into a relationship with a covert narcissist, you're going to feel a shift in your peace. Something's going to be off as soon as they have one of their mood swings or try to guilt trip you into doing something that you probably can't afford right now, or you try to tell them no, and then they just blew a head gasket and started pouting and throwing a tantrum like a 7-year-old girl. So protecting your peace is whenever you feel that your peace is being tampered with and you're losing a grip on that peace that you feel, that blessing, that positive energy that you get throughout the day on your regular day-to-day, and nothing even has to happen. You just might be listening to some good music and you're singing along with it and you don't have not a negative thought in your head. That's peace. Now, when your brain starts being clouded with negative thoughts and negative energy and you don't know why you feel this way, something is tampering with your peace. Okay, so in order to protect that, what I did was I distanced myself and I ran back to the places where I found peace. And I was like, yo, I need my peace. My peace is non-negotiable. Don't allow somebody to make you feel bad for protecting your peace. If they were bringing you peace, you would have no reason to run away. The second thing is, so how to respond to narcissistic rage. This is very important because the typical human being, male or female, that hasn't educated itself, him or herself, on what narcissistic rage is, when somebody is pretty much in that period where they are throwing the tantrum because you're not giving them what they want, you're not saying what they want to hear, they're going to become angry, irritable. They might start insulting you, putting you down, trying to ignore you, giving you the silent treatment, and all of this stuff to pretty much attempt to control you and to attempt to get you to conform to what it is that they want you to do or give. And how to protect yourself against, or how to respond to a narcissistic rage is simple. One word. Yep, one word. Stoic. Don't respond. When somebody is an adult and they're throwing a tantrum, look at them without saying anything. Nothing needs to be said. Nothing can be said. Anything you can say or do say can and will be used against you. So don't say nothing. Even if, they are insulting you, don't insult them back. Let them have their little rant and tantrum and then say, hey, I don't communicate on these terms. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss myself. Don't respond. Because if you do respond to any kind of verbal, physical, any kind of abuse, it's called reactive abuse. And now you're just pretty much justifying their behavior. And not only are you justifying their behavior, they have something now that they can run and smear your name with and say, look what he did, or look what she said. Especially if you're text messaging and you're sending insults back. Don't. That's the best way. Don't. You have to stonewall them. Okay, I understand. Leave it alone. And it's easier said than done. It's not going to be easy. You're going to feel like you want revenge. You're going to feel like you just want to, but you just can't. And this is what I personally did. I didn't get any revenge when I was being disrespected, insulted, belittled, devalued. I maintained my own frame, and I said I knew what I was worth, and I knew what it was that I was contributing. I knew what it was that I would do, and I knew I was being mistreated, and I just was like, you know, I'm not gonna tolerate this. I'm not gonna entertain this. I'm not gonna do it back to you, because we are not the same. And they need you to do it so that you guys, so that they can feel like you are the same, and that gives them that power, that justification that I do this to you because look what you did to me. Don't do it back ever. If you are doing it now, stop. And my final tip on how to defeat a covert narcissist: go no contact. No contact means exactly that. Don't ever reach out to them again. Block them on social media, your email, your phone numbers. Hopefully they don't know where you live. If they do pop up, don't even answer the door. Sometimes you might find yourself having to get a restraining order, but don't communicate with them at all, regardless of how sorry they are. If they're not that sorry. If they were sorry, you more than likely, if you got to this point where you are walking away and you're an empathic person, you gave them enough chances, and there's no more chances. So at this point, you need to shut it all the way down. I call myself the kill switch hitter. No more. No more. I mean, this is the super empath edition right here. You know what I'm saying? I could be hurting, I can be crying, my heart can be bleeding on the inside of my chest, and you won't know it. I'm not going to give you any kind of validation of knowing that you hurt me. You know, I'll wait until the camera is off, until my lights is off, and then I'll cry myself to sleep. Not really, but if I need to squeeze a couple tears out, you won't see me do it. I'm not going to ever give you that validation of knowing you hurt me. But I will shut you down immediately, and I will maintain no contact. Not no 21 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 months. You're not going to hear from me again. Ever. You're done. You have been discarded. In my situation, I broke up with her. And what happened was, after I broke up with her, about a month later, the smear campaign, I got wind of it a month later, but I'm pretty sure it started the same day I dumped her. But I caught wind that she was insulting me, talking bad about me, and trying to make me look bad to people. And guess what I did when she started doing that? Nothing. I know the truth. I don't need to protect my name. And if you're somebody who believes anything she said, then I don't need you either. You know what I'm saying? So we got to protect our peace and our peace of mind. You know, there's a lot of people that rely on us to be sane and healthy. And so we definitely want to protect our sanity. Unfortunately, when you're meeting somebody new and you're dating, there's no way to predetermine if this person is a good person or a bad person. So if you're a person with a good heart, or you're an empath, the chances are you could get hurt when you're dating. That's just, you know, there's no guarantees. And there's no video or no advice that anybody can give you. Don't trust me. That's going to help you date without getting hurt. The smarter, the more you educate yourself, you run into more educated demons and more educated manipulators. I'm going to keep this going on, man. I definitely want to share more of my experiences and how I did it, you know, from an average Joe perspective. But that's how I defeated a covert narcissist.